absolutely amazing. I come up short in October. It was the worst feeling in the world, but I stuck with it. I believed in my dreams, and here I am. All the belts, and I won it.
Now, a lot of champions, when they win, I mean, it's almost like they're overwhelmed, but it almost seemed like you knew it was going to happen. It's almost like you affirmed it in your head, and it felt right when it happened. Is that fair to say?
It did. I knew Franchon's tough. What a woman. For some woman, honestly, she's amazing. She's got a head like concrete, and I knew she'd make it physical. I knew I'd be on the floor at one point. I was just glad it wasn't from a punch, but I'm glad I come through it, and here we are, undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
Another big night. Congratulations. I'll open it up to the members of the media. Any questions?
I know that this was sort of touched on in the post-fight interview, but just to clarify for everyone, obviously you want your rematch to be at super middle. Do you see that being here in the UK? I know Clarissa's keen for it to be in the States.
I think female boxing at the minute is massive in the UK. There's no money in female boxing in America, and I'm the champion. I want paid. Yeah, Ben.
I'll piggyback on that, Savannah, because I spoke to Claressa and she said that if you want the rematch, it has to be in Detroit. And she also said that she wasn't very impressed with your performance tonight. What do you want to say to that?
It was a better performance than what she done against Franchon over 4 rounds. I'm not going to Detroit. I've got no ambition to go there. If she doesn't want it, there's other options out there for me.
Savannah, what did you make of the 95-95 scorecard?
I thought it was very physical. I thought she might have nicked some of the early rounds, but she was the champion, so I was always going to be up against it.
Well, if the rematches, if the Claressa rematches in the UK, is there any chance of it coming in the North East?
We wanted to do the first one in the North East. I think it became such a big night, such a big international event that it ended up at the O2. I think that would be Savannah's dream. We'd love to make it happen. St James's Park was where we actually wanted the first fight. But let's see. Look, the main thing is we want it in the UK. We think that's where it's going to be the biggest possible event for both fighters as well. And yeah, we'll have to see.
I'm sorry, just your thoughts on that as well, Savannah, the potential or possibility of it being in the North East, maybe at St James's.
I love it for it to be at St James's Park. They're really backing female sport at the minute, and look, it's my home city really, so I'd love it for it to be there.
Peter, you said that you, after the Claressa Shields loss, you went back to the gym and worked on everything. Savannah went in there and she's changed a few things. Did she implement the game plan that you set out in this fight?
She did. Look, it was always going to be a crude fight. It was always going to be physical. So she had to meet Franchon head on early on, you know, to take the steam out of it and then back off and let her come onto the shots and box. You know, that was the plans and that's what we worked on. And yeah, it paid off.
Okay.
Got time for a few more? Or do we want to wrap this
I
up?
think.
Got some celebrating to do, maybe?
Savannah, it was obviously a very physical fight. Was it a surprise to you at all by her approach and how she went about trying to be victorious in her own way tonight?
No, I knew she'd be like that. I knew it would be a very physical fight. Like I said, she's one tough woman. She's got a head like a brick. I knew she'd keep coming for the full 10 rounds. She said it all up in the build-up. She's been through hell and back, and she'd do that, keep all of the belts.
Well, obviously some messy and tight rounds in men. I imagine it was difficult for you to show your own work and your clean work. How did you find trying to do so?
Yeah, she was very tough. She was very strong. She was leaning all over me, tying me up. But look, I'm not bothered. I'm the champion. I'm not bothered how it looked.
Then what else makes sense if it's not Shields next?
Look, there are different options. I think at super middleweight. I don't want to say any names right now. I think Claressa Shields is the fight that we want. I think it's the fight that makes sense for Savannah. I think it's the fight that makes sense for Claressa Shields. I think it's the only fight out there for Claressa Shields. We'll see. I think Savannah deserves a rest, deserves a holiday. To jump straight back in after October into an undisputed says a hell of a lot. And then we'll sit down with the team and decide what's next.
Savannah, do you think you deserve an easier night? You've done 2 undisputed title fights in a row. Rather than jump straight into Claressa Shields again?
No, not at all. I'm 32. There's no one else about in the division. I think it's the biggest fight out there in female boxing.
So
Savannah, can I ask what it means to see those belts in front of you after October?
It means everything. Like I said, I come up short in October. My world was over for a couple of weeks. But yeah, look, I'm over the moon. I've finally become undisputed.
I'll ask one more, Savannah. What happens in the rematch with Claressa?
I'm a lot bigger at super middle. I feel a lot stronger. There's definitely things I would change from the first fight. I believe it was the best Claressa ever. So look, I want a second stab at it.